The girls can come in. Let the girls come in. Oh my gosh. Well, obviously, first of all, what a great football game. A lot of credit to them. I thought number 9 I thought Nico was fantastic and just an absolute warrior. That first drive we hit him so many times. I didn't know how long he could do that. And he just did it all night. Got a lot of respect for him. Got respect for Tim and what he's doing. But for us, to get our third, win on the road to come off of how hard last week was. That's why I wanted my daughters to walk in. Last week as we were walking the press conference, Vivi was like, I'm walking in there with you. So, I wanted her to see the good ones too. And I just can't speak enough to our guys. They're battered, they're beat up. It's been a long, hard season. We have a bunch of guys, back home, and yet they went out there and they competed. It wasn't perfect, but it was really good, And I encouraged them. I thought about all the, I saw the injury report tonight and all the guys that are out. Obviously Dylan's out. Gunner's out, Teddy's out, and you go all the way back to like Janirin and all those guys. Just how many guys have fought for us this year, and how much we care about them. I encourage them all just to send a text to those guys. I mean, Dylan was texting me before the game, like, hey, I got my call sheet in front of me. Make sure we do this, and this. So, just blessed to be a part of a team that has that type of character, and I just have to praise TJ. I mean, that was just fantastic. And if you have any idea how we feel about him, I mean, at the end of the game on the line, we're throwing the football. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't do that, but we're doing that, and it's because he's earned that. It's not something I don't believe you give people confidence. They earn it and they deserve it. And he has practiced hard all season long and worked hard all season long. And on the flip side, some people won't probably know, but obviously McCullough was out tonight, and Dylan Rogers went in there. And Dylan's been waiting to start him for 3 years. And, just kind of an old school kid, doesn't come in and complain, just works hard on specialty teams. Played 9 plays last week and did pretty well, and went out there and played the whole game tonight. So really good to see guys stepping up late in the season, developing, not trying to take the easy way out. And that was a great team win. And anytime, obviously our O-line, sometimes they bear the brunt of some things, to go out there with, how much time we got the clock ball left, like 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, whatever it was at the end, 5 minutes. But to be able to run the clock down and take a knee on someone else's field is really hard to do in the Big Ten. And so I thought Emmett was outstanding. Just really proud. So I'll answer your questions.
What was the week like for TJ, just getting him ready? What were the main things that you wanted to build around his strengths?
Obviously there were a couple of zone read type plays that were in the game plan, but not a ton. I think that where you saw that impact was the first play of the game was a zone read. So a team like UCLA that wants to come out and play man, and what people have been doing against us is playing a lot of man and pressuring. The quarterback, there's not a man for the quarterback typically, right? And so I thought early on when we did a couple of those plays, that forced them to play more quarters, and that we were able to just run the football. And it allowed us to, we knew that when we dropped back to throw it, there might be times where he did run. And but that would be a weapon. And so we didn't change anything really. I mean, we kind of took the plays we thought would work versus UCLA, and also that we think he does really well, and let him rip. And there wasn't a time where I thought he was not on time or trying to do too much. I mean, we kept calling play action passes, and he was checking to the run, and I mean, just something mature, really mature version of a young player.
You guys had that long break after your first touchdown, and that really long drive. Some offenses or players get a little, frazzled waiting on the snap, but he didn't. Is that just because he's mature?
Yeah, and I think again, I think it does speak to his maturity, and I think it was the guy. Like, as we were coming out of the locker room, we haven't scored a lot of touchdowns coming out of the break. I don't think you guys would know better than me when last time. Maybe we've done that before. We had a kickoff return, but I mean, coming out on offense and driving the field, and man, like I walked out with those guys, and Isaiah and Jacory were screaming like, "We get to play offense. We get another drive." They were just excited to play, and so. Even starting the game off of that 3rd and 1 where he pulls the ball and Jacory makes an amazing catch. I mean, I think everyone was kind of, everyone was kind of ready to do their part. You know, our whole message this week was to be great teammates and not saying you care for somebody. Everyone can say they care for someone, but doing a little extra. And I thought the guys all did a little extra, and that allowed TJ just to go out there and play.
What can you say about Emmett? I think it's 232 yards of offense at the end.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was great. He's been consistently great. Even the foresight he had on the second to last run to get down. You know, we'd like to get the first down, but he didn't want to get knocked out of bounds, and so it's just. I mean, he's literally calling out the situation before I can even do it. I mean, he's just so mature. And, the screen, it was just a great block by Isaiah. Two great, maybe Rocco and maybe Henry or Justin, I can't remember who, just doesn't, sprinting down the field. And then the throwback post was a great call by Dana. They had designed it, this week and worked it all week. It was something new that, we felt good about. And, he made the throw. And so, but Emmett's just an absolute weapon, I mean, I think he's... I see all the scouts coming in now. Starting to body type. I mean, he's a pro, and it's just, I'm always going to use these opportunities to talk about things that I think help us in recruiting and all that. But like, you take guys who they don't have the success they want maybe early, and they just stick to it. It's just such a great message. So now, if I'm a freshman or sophomore, man, I want more touches. I want more things. Just do what Emmett did. Just keep getting better and better and better when your time comes. And Dylan Rogers is a great example. Just keep to do what that he did. And so I just really proud of those guys, and I'm really proud of Emmett.
How does that just little extra bit of mobility that TJ brings, did that open up what Dana's able to do?
Like I said, we call the same plays. It's just a matter of there were a couple times where we took it. We called a play action pass shot early on, and they split the thing, and he ran for yards. I just on the flip side, I mean, literally, we're in the huddle and we're like, their whole offense is the quarterback running. We were doubling people and bracketing people and playing great coverage, and we got a couple sacks, and we had a couple more that we had them in our hands. But just college football. The quarterback who can pull it down and run makes it really difficult, as long as they can also throw it. And I think that's the one thing with TJ. All week I just kept saying to him, hey, 3 weapons, man, 3 weapons. You're not a dual threat player, you're a triple threat player. You've got an arm, you've got feet, and you've got a brain. And I think that's really important. It's you don't want to just go out there and run around and create havoc. I mean, he made the right checks, the right plays. He was really professional. Glenn did a great job. Not just this week. You can't get a guy ready this week. It's the whole season, right? And it's really Dylan's mentoring the whole season. What Dylan's done for TJ and just embracing him and bringing him in the fold, I think, has allowed TJ and pushed TJ to this point where he was more than ready for that moment.
Have you already heard from Dylan?
I haven't even checked my phone yet, but I was hearing from him before the game, and I shot him a text at halftime, so I was like, hey, what's next? But I know how excited he will be. And I know the guys asked me, hey, can we grab a ball and bring it back for him? So, we love Dylan, we love TJ, we love all the guys, and they're all excited to see them all play well.
How big was the middle 8? You guys obviously were able to control the second quarter at the end and come out and get 7. That felt like kind of the tipping point of the game. We got 14 points in those moments.
Yeah, that was really crucial. And obviously they had that drive going where we had them backed up, and they had that drive going to get us to get down into field goal range. And so that was, but we were able to stop it. So that was great. We believe in middle 8. We believe in a fourth quarter shutout, and we just can't quite get the fourth quarter shutout the way we want to get it. And so, like I said, we're like some of the streets in Lincoln, we're under construction, right? We're still building them, right? But it's a fun process to be a part of. And I'll just say it again, not many teams would have bounced back the way they did, because they put their heart and soul into that game last week, right? And it speaks to them. I'd love to take credit for it, but I mean, some of them, like Sierra walked off the field with me on Wednesday. And he was bringing me back, right? But that's the whole point about being part of a team. We all bring each other back, and then you get to see the guys have those great moments at the end. It's really fun.
One more. It was an attendance record, or attendance high, I should say, for UCLA this year. Obviously, a lot of red. What it doesn't surprise me, but how big of a factor?
No, it still surprises me. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's just. It's so impressive. It's so amazing. I think I told you guys on Thursday, this is Julie, this is those tickets we had to get this week. I mean, I think a lot of our friends out here and people coming out here and planning to be here. But it's just so great knowing that when you go on the road that you're going to have just such a great crowd like that, and just even the Go Big Red chants at the end and all that. And pretty cool to be coaching in the Rose Bowl and be playing in the Rose Bowl and have that fan base and all those things. So, one of the commentators joked with me before the game. He's like, I bet you all the bowl reps are taking notice, and so. But it's just the power of what Husker Nation is, and we also know what they want, and we're working towards it. He just couldn't go. Yeah, he's been having some stingers and just battled all week. Just couldn't go. So we left him home and said, Dylan, it's your show, and I bet you when I watch the tape on the plane home, it'll be pretty good. So you guys will spend the night here tonight. Enjoy. I'll get home at 6. Thank you.
What can you say about TJ and just how he handled himself in his first start?
Yeah, I'm proud of him, man. I'm super proud of him. Everybody on this team knows that he started off the week of practice, and he was really focused on the little details. And just, I remember we had a team compete early in the week, and he told Coach, like, the next day of practice, he said, can we do team compete again? And that just shows the competitor he is, and that showed today on the field. So I'm really, really proud of him, man, and I'm excited for his future.
TJ, what was this week like, just managing, being the starter, coming home, and just probably all the people you've heard from, and then playing so composed, obviously, in your first start?
I mean, it was great, different. I mean, it was like a culture shock. It was like, whoa, it just hit me. It hit me quick. But that's what practice is for. So I got the opportunity to have a great week of practice. So that's why it was on display tonight.
When you got out on that field for the first play, the field on the Rose Bowl in your hometown, what was that feeling like? And then you get hit right away and you get a 14-yard gain and all that.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I mean, shoot, I was just really trying to soak the whole moment up. Like, it was crazy. I was really just trying to soak it in. It was my first time playing in the Rose Bowl, so I was just trying to soak it all up. But, man, it was a blessing. It was nice. I
How
loved
did
it.
you keep your poise all night long? You didn't throw any completions in the fourth quarter.
Just had a what's next mentality. What's next? Just breathing, taking it one snap at a time, and just trying to execute to the best of my ability.
There were a couple times tonight that the fans were chanting your name. Could you hear that? And if you could, then what would that be like?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, you said at the end after?
Oh,
After two.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the game, yeah, I heard that. It was a blessing. It was cool, man. I mean, just the support not only on the team, but the whole Nebraska. Like, I mean, that's crazy. I couldn't ask for nothing better.
TJ, how many family and friends did you have?
I mean, I got to go check. I know I got a lot. I was told to get tickets from my mom, and my mom handled the rest. So I'll go see when I get out there. I know it's a lot though.
Were you recruited by UCLA much coming out of high school?
Yeah, a little bit. I took a couple visits up there, but not nothing heavy.
How big was it for you that the coaches had some confidence in you to run the offense as is and not dumb it down just because it was your first career start?
Say that one more time.
Just how big was it for you that the coaches had confidence in you to run the offense as is, like it was as if it was Dylan and not dumb down the plays or the playbook?
I mean, shoot. Like I said, it's a blessing. I mean, they got confidence in me. I got confidence in them, and that's how we gonna continue to be great.
How do you think you played?
I mean, we got to win. So obviously, I had to play a little good.
And then all week you guys talked about everyone else seemed to elevate their play to help TJ, so he didn't have too much pressure on his shoulders. Was that kind of your motivation going into this one that you had to be at your best to help him transition?
Oh, for sure. I definitely feel like that's every game, but like I told him before the game, and he was already, he's already super focused. But I told him just take it one play at a time and just play football. But anytime I get a chance to be the spark for the team and help the offense get going, and like I said, the first play I was really excited that he pulled it because the team thought I was going to be getting the ball the whole game, and so when he pulled it and ran, I was like, okay, he's locked in. I knew he was locked in right away. So just when I could be that spark for the team, I'm just excited to do that.
At the end of the game, you guys probably could have just run it out with him alone, but then those 2 pass calls. What did you think? Both of you think in that moment about the trust they had in TJ to execute those plays?
Shoot, it's just execution at the end of the day. You got to execute. I mean, they trusted me to throw the ball, so I got to execute.
What do you think when they're going to throw it?
Oh, I mean, anytime whatever Coach Holgerson called, man, I'm really confident in it. And I knew Zay and Dane, and I know those guys aren't talked about as much, but those guys made big catches and big blocks the whole night. So if you go back and watch the film, you'll see that they did a lot of things, and I can only give credit to them and my O-line too. But go watch the film. Go watch how Dane Key and Isaiah, watch how all of them block on every single play.
What can a win like this they do going into a bye week? Just the spark you guys might have now over the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, Coach Rule just talked about it, but just bouncing back from last week was huge. And then going back home with a win is big. Going into the bye week, we can recover our bodies, get our bodies back because, Penn State's another tough opponent we got next. So just soaking this one in and going home, watching the film, getting better, and then getting ready for the next opponent.
You were over 100 both rushing and receiving. Maybe your best all-around game.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I went over 100 receiving ever since I've been here, but just give credit to God and also TJ for hitting me on those, and then guys for protecting. So it's not just me; it's a lot of guys that go into the plays.
Coach Rule said that Dana installed that wheel route play.
Yeah.
Did you know it was going to work once it was called? Or what was through on it?
Yeah, I told him before the play it was a touchdown, but I really try to do my job of just selling the run, just being lazy, acting like I'm just going to the flat. And then once I seen the safety go over, I knew TJ was going to hit me right away. He made a good throw, so yeah.
How about your first long touchdown reception? It looked like the guys could have an angle on you at the 20-25. What do you see on that play?
Yeah, we call it dip and slip in the running back room, but once I got to the sideline, I tried to straighten him up and get vertical, and then I dipped in and went back out. But if you didn't see on that play too, Rocco and Justin made huge blocks to get me in the end zone. So just, me being me, but also those guys doing their jobs is what made that play happen.
What kind of statement do you feel like you made just between the Heisman pose after the touchdown run and just the overall night?
Yeah, it was in the moment, but you see the O-line behind me, so I hit it for those guys, and those guys blocked their ass off for me every single day. Excuse my language, but they blocked hard for me, and that was just a moment. I just felt it was an in a moment thing, and I felt like it was the right time to do it.
Hey, shout out to the O-line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Them boys got my back going off the field. They was checking on me throughout the whole week. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to that O-line, man.
Shout out to them.
How does it feel being from Compton and coming back to the city, coming back to Southern California to play in this type of game?
Man, I had to turn the city up. That's how it is. Turn the city up.
Anything else? All right.
God bless y'all.
See you guys.
GBR.